Zulfikar Ghose's poem Decomposition pictures an old beggar in the streets of Bombay. The poem begins with the description of a photograph clicked by the poet. Bombay is one of the biggest Indian cities and the financial center. It is situated on the west coast of India. The photograph shows a beggar sleeping on the pavement. Ghose presents the contrast between affluence and poverty. The city of Bombay is a thriving financial center. In contrast, there is rising poverty and hunger. The beggar is grey-haired. Grey hair symbolizes old age. The beggar is wearing shorts and a stained, dirty shirt. His shadow is thrown aside like a blanket. The beggar's arms and legs are like the cracks in the stone. Due to malnourishment, he has become, and his arms and legs look like the cracks in the pavement stone. Ants carelessly journey over the beggar's body. Flies descend on his arms and legs. Ghose reminds that the body has already started to decompose and his death is imminent. The scorching heat of the summer has made him tired and brainwashed. Physically and mentally he is exhausted, so he lies on the pavement. Like the vein remains hidden underneath the muscles and tissues, the beggar has waned into stone. He is already dying. The poet compares him to a full man, that is, the person is bearing the remnants of his body and his life might have left him earlier. The third stanza presents the contradictions between human ignorance and reality. There is a crowd behind the beggar, so he is facing the opposite side of the road. The people were entertained by a pavement trickster who exhibits tricks on footpaths to earn his livelihood. The crowd was ignorant of the beggar. This is a familiar sight, so people turned their eyes away from such a sight. Deaths caused by hunger is not a big deal for them. A moment of amazement was better than an hour of weeping for a stranger. The fourth stanza is ironical and satirical. The use of humor releases the tension. The poet, after clicking the photo, considered it as a good composition. Without much thought, he titles the photo "The Man in the Street." The title suggests that anyone who ends up on the streets can be closely associated with the image of the beggar. In the last stanza of the poem, the poet has a realization. When he looks at the beggar's picture, it makes him think of something else. He pictures someone crying into a pillow, and this makes him feel bad about his own life. Zulfikar admits that he might have been too quick to try and make art out of a sad and decaying subject. He realizes that this theme could apply to anyone. It seems like the poet's thoughts have changed. Initially, he named the poem without much thought, but now he understands that it is not easy to write about the beggar's hunger and loneliness. The poet is struggling to find the right words to describe the feelings of hunger, poverty, and loneliness.